Hey everybody, welcome back to our Little Mountain Life. My name is Don, and today we're going to talk about our new fancy drain. It's fancy because it's French. Get it? Fancy drain? French drain? French or fancy? Anywho, we have been doing a lot more contracting out of jobs and work around the property, things that would take me forever. Everything takes me forever to do, but things that would take me forever. And one of those things that we contracted out recently was clearing of trees along our roadside, and we had all those trees cleared to make room for new trees that we're planting this coming week. And the guys that came out and cleared those trees for us were from Salem Designs here in Marshall, Virginia, and they did an awesome job, and we asked them to come back and do our French drain for us. He does a really good job with landscaping and any work around your house. He's got the equipment to do it, and so we asked him to come out and dig the French drain around our house. I absolutely could have done this myself. It's a very simple process. You just have to have the equipment, and you have to be careful not to hit your house, and you lay down a pipe and it drains all the water away. So we live on the side of a mountain, so we don't really have a lot of water issues where we are worried about flooding. But in order to make space for this house on the side of the mountain, we did have to excavate and kind of cut back into the hill. So this flat area is susceptible to water drainage issues, and we have those. For the longest time after heavy rains, the back corner of our house would have a big puddle outside of it. And honestly, it became so regular that we had frogs living in it almost full time. And it would get really deep, and after each rain it would fill back up again, and we needed a way to make sure that that was flowing away, and we needed to make sure that any other water coming around the house was flowing downhill away from our house. So let's get into it and show you guys the footage of the French drain being dug out. After all the cool footage with the French drain, we will come back and talk about whether or not it was worth paying somebody to do a job that I could have done myself. All right, so we're here with Bradley from Salem Designs. Tell us about what we have going on here.
All right, so we were contacted to come out here and provide a drainage solution. Essentially, water's running off down the hill behind the house. So in order to keep water from going under the house, which would cause long-term problems being that it's a slab on grade, we're putting in this French drain. It's about 24 by 18. We're pitching it down to where the pipe's going to come out and just the water's going to go down the mountain. Additionally, rather than hauling off this clay, this good clay, it's good for packing. If you pack clay 1 inch at a time, it's essentially like a concrete slab in itself, to where water will not have the ability to get under the house. So like I said, we're gonna pitch it to kind of here where the French drain's gonna be, and then the water will have no option but to go into the drain and out, keeping the house safe. This fabric is one of the most important parts of the drain. The reason being is water doesn't percolate through silt, and with water constantly going through the area, if you don't put the fabric, silt's gonna get inside of your gravel, your stone is gonna be clogged. It's gonna be the same thing of just having a concrete channel filled in completely with concrete. It'll do nothing. Another thing to point out is a lot of companies use 57 stones, and 57 is good, but it's small. And the smaller the stone, the less air pockets between it, the less permeable of a surface it is. So we use 56s, it's one step bigger. We're gonna put a layer of gravel so we can grade it out to where the pipe is pitched down the whole way. We're gonna use corrugated pipe, slotted, so water will come up. It'll fill in from the bottom, being this is clay. It'll fill in from the bottom, get into the pipe from the bottom, and it's gonna get carried out down the mountain. Here we'll be able to slam it in, put the pipe in, fill it the rest of the gravel, and then we'll put paper on top, and then backfill. And when we backfill, we're gonna pay attention to the grade, make sure that everything's graded to where the French drain is the lowest part of the area behind the house here.
Real quick, guys, as of the filming of this, we just hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Blowing our minds that we've gotten this far this quick. We just couldn't thank you guys enough for all the support. This has not been easy, this whole house building thing, living in that camper first. And along the way, you guys have been so incredibly supportive. And again, thank you so much.
In the past 2 years, there's been more rain than there's been in like the history of Virginia. I wouldn't fact check that, but we've been doing a lot of drainage projects. We pitched away from the house with the clay towards our drain to keep the water away from the house. And we pitched out down to where the water is just gonna go down the front and out, you know, down the rest of the mountain. It's gonna keep the water away from the house, and then eventually this area, there'll be a, hopefully we'll install a retaining wall. My company is Salem Ridge Designs. My phone number is 540-808-7199. We're based out of Marshall, Virginia, and we travel 1 hour in any direction. So that covers anywhere from Luray to Alexandria and anything in between. So give us a call, free estimates.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing that footage of them doing a great job putting in our new French drain around our pole barn house. So let's answer the question. Was it worth paying somebody else a couple $1,000s to do what I could have done myself? Heck yes, it was worth it. These guys were able to do the job in 2 days. Really, they could have gotten it done in 1 day, but I let them go a little bit early to buy a new tractor. Guys need their toys. Anyhow, they could have done it in 1 day, and it would have taken me over a week because everything I do takes forever. Case in point, this house behind us. We're still not finished with it. And by them doing that work for me, digging that French drain, A, I knew it would get done quickly. B, I knew that it wouldn't get screwed up because they've done a lot of them before. And C, I was able to do a lot of work inside. If you haven't seen yet, we finished framing out the loft. And it's awesome, and I was able to do that work while they were digging outside. So thanks again to Bradley and the guys at Salem Ridge Design here in Marshall, Virginia. If you guys have anything with French drains or minor land clearing that you need done in Northern Virginia, definitely check them out. They're really good guys. They know what they're doing, and they'll do it for a reasonable price. This coming week, we'll be doing a live Q&A, live chat, live stream on YouTube. So if you guys have questions about us as we enter this last phase of finishing out our house and moving past this, please leave those questions below. And our next video coming out is going to be showcasing our awesome new stairs going up to the loft in our pole barn house. Thanks for checking out our little mountain life.